It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gordon alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Here's the Browns kicker, Chase McLaughlin, set to go, and we are underway now from Cleveland. This fielded right at the goal line. The Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Taysom Hill, the very versatile quarterback out of Brigham Young.
Remember when we used to talk about players being slash-type players? That's because they play so many different positions. Taysom Hill is a quarterback slash receiver slash running back slash special teams guy. You name it, he's able to do it. But many also think that he can be a full-time starting quarterback in the NFL.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And fights through one man. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Callaway, 72 yards. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. to see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Here's Hill now after the interception. Shedding through the defense. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain. On 1st and 10, Hill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive. Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something? Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
We got him! Come on, let's get him! Here we go, baby! Come on! Oh, you got to do, baby! Go! Here we go! Let's get him! Sammy Lion!
Play action. It's Hill. Rolling to his left. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hill. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's get nothing. And it'll be 3rd and 10. The They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. He'll buy some time right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now it's Hill. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Steps away to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Our attention turns back to Taysom Hill and the rest of the Saints offense. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to count for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hill. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Hill looks to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Hill. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
They don't want none of this.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the scramble. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throw.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield now. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 7 yards the pick up there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away.
Touchdown, Browns! Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, it's Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Hill. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Hill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Hill on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version
of the EA Sports Halftime Report.
First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Hill now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble.
First down, New Orleans.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Hill now operating from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go!
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
They'll run with Chubb. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And they'll run again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Back to throw. Hill buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
24-yard gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They'll try the air now with Hill escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down to the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Hill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Hill eluding the pressure right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Here's Hill. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.